It's time to dive into the dark, daring, and downright dazzling world of the Bogong Moth. This unassuming little night flyer might look like a dusty brown speck, but it's got a secret superpower that'll make you rethink everything you know about moths. A tiny, winged wanderer weaving through the Australian night, chasing celestial clues through the outback skies. This moth's got more navigational know-how than your average critter, and it's time to go on a cosmic journey. So, grab your telescope and join us as we unravel the mystery of the Bogong Moth here in life, death, and taxonomy.
Welcome back to Life, Death, and Taxonomy. It is your 30 minutes of interesting animal information. I'm Joe.
My 30 minutes?
Yes.
And I'm Carlos.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the creation. Thank you to Cassie Michelle for the creation of our theme song. To hear more of Cassie's music, please search Cassie Michelle on YouTube or Spotify.
And thank you to Johanna for the creation of this week's artwork. To check that out, you can visit us at our home on the web at ldtaxonomy.com. And a very special thank you to our patrons. Thank you so much for your support. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks for helping us keep the lights on. If you'd like to donate, just visit patreon.com/ldtaxonomy or click on donate on our website.
And today we're talking about a bug that dances in the light of the moon, but more on that later.
That's right. Mysterious is the dark side of the moon, you might even say.
Yeah, I was thinking about the Buffalo Gals. You were thinking about
Mulan. My head's in a different headspace, given the material I'm constantly consuming. Disney movies. It is a step up from Disney preschool shows, though. So I will say
That's
that.
good. All right, are you ready to know what we're talking about?
I am.
The Bogong Moth. The Bogong Moth. Bogong Moth. Bogong.
Bogong
Moth.
Humphrey Bogart?
Yeah.
Bogoth?
Hogarth.
Yeah, the Bogong Moth. It is also known as the black cutworm, the common bogong, whatever. We're going to call it here the waffling wayfinder and the stars upon Lars.
Nice.
Which are the Sneetches. Another book I'm reading.
Humble brag.
I've just been going through some of the literature, and it's we're on the star-bellied Sneetches. the Sneetches on beaches.
Next is the
It's one of the most acclaimed authors. Yeah, next is Herodotus.
But do you want to know what it looks like?
Yeah, I'd like a science if you've got
I do
one
have a science.
tucked away.
Yeah, Kingdom is Animalia. You know it, you love it, you're in it. The phylum, you're not in it at all. It's the phylum Arthropoda. If you have a arthritic foot, you're close. But
if you have an if Arthropoda is just arthritis in the foot.
The class is Insecta. The order Lepidoptera. The superfamily is Noctuoidae. The family is Noctuidae. The genus is Agratus. And the species Agratus infusa. Or infusa.
The Fusa. Yeah, I was just thinking of like Madagascar. The Fusa.
Yeah.
But since we're in the business of naming things, it's time for my and the listeners' favorite part of the show, nitty-gritty nomenclature. The part of the show where I ask you, Joe, a question, and that is, what is the English translation for the binomial nomenclature for this animal, which in this case is Agratus infusa. It must be infusa because that's how they would have pronounced it in Latin, right? Because we don't really know how they pronounce things in Latin, but That's how Latin-based languages use. So we'll go with it. Does agratus infusa mean A, flooded land, B, farming moth, C, agricultural navigator, or D, aggressive permeation? That's incorrect.
Why did I?
The first one was
This
correct.
lives in a place where nothing grows. Why would I choose to? That's not exactly true.
Because agratus sounds like agriculture.
Yeah.
And it does come
Doesn't it
from
mean-
the same. It comes from the same root word, which is land.
So wait, what is it?
Agratus is like land.
No, the whole thing. What is?
Oh, flooded land.
Oh, okay.
So like infuse, it is the root of infuse, or to permeate or to
You should have
flood
said.
or
You should have
to
had one
inundate.
moth with cheese on it. Au gratin.
Oh, is that a cheese?
Yeah,
Gratin?
broccoli au gratin or potatoes au gratin is with cheese. Even though I don't know what that means. Cheese fromage.
I put aggressive in there because of aggro. So maybe that'd get you, but yeah, flooded land. That's what it means.
What could that possibly have to do with this animal?
Not. It doesn't have that much to do with its major fact.
Do you want to know what it looks like?
Yeah, now
It looks like flooded land.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
image of one.
that's well, that would be a swamp, right? In Magic, flooded land.
It is a fuzzy, velvety brown moth. It is actually. It looks quite velvety.
The velveteen moth.
If you had like a hat made of this moth, it would be very decadent.
Would it be comfortable though, given that it's chitin?
Not at all. It would probably
Not
be
at
like a
all.
nice silk hat with like a moth, like accoutrement, au gratin,
Moth accoutrement.
accoutrement with cheese. But it is it has distinctive black and white markings, including a small white spot on each forewing. But its main color is a dark brown to light brown. It looks like it could blend in on a tree pretty good. But it's a big moth-ish. How big is it? Welcome to the Blood Measure Up segment, the official listener's favorite part of the show. The part of the show when we present the animal size and dimensions in relatable terms through a quiz that's fun for the whole family. It's also part of the show that's introduced by you when you send in audio of yourself saying, singing, chittering, or flittering the words measure up into ldtaxonomy@gmail.com. We don't have a new measure up intro this week, but that means we get to hear from an animal. And Carlos gets to guess what it is. Here's some moths in the culture. Without further ado,
Cultural moths.
the listener's favorite part of the show.
Brother, I crave the forbidden lamp. Seek not the lamp, brother. Heed not its light. Brother, the light calls to me. It calls to us all. You must resist it, brother.
The music in the background is Oblivion music from the Elder Scrolls from Oblivion.
Have you ever seen this?
I've seen one of these videos where there were two pigs.
Yes.
And one of them wants to eat the oats.
Yeah.
And the other one says, "Brother, don't eat the
Yeah.
oats; they'll eat you." So
This one
funny.
is two moths discussing whether or not to fly to the sun. That's what the forbidden
They
lamp
crave
is.
the lamp.
Yeah.
They,
It's very good. I could listen to this all day. It's great.
brother. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I guess they're not named. They're just Brother Moth.
Yeah, yeah. But you are familiar with the concept. That's good.
Yeah. I'm not so culturally insulated that I've missed out on this gem.
It is a gem. It's called Brother, I Crave the Forbidden Lamp. It's a YouTube video. 1.7 million views.
That's not enough.
1.7 million and one. Its wingspan is approximately 4 to 5 centimeters, or 1.6 to 2 inches. Larva can grow up to 4 centimeters, or 1.6 inches. So we're going with let's go with 1.8 inches. How many of the moth's body lengths goes into these things, which is correct? How many fit into this stuff? A, 2 Tasmanian devil teeth go into the length of a Bogong Moth. B, 20 Bogong Moths go into the length of a Wurundjeri boomerang. Or C,
War unto Jerry?
I don't know what it's...
War unto Jerry? What has Jerry done? Why are we declaring war unto him?
Wurundjeri. War unto Jerry.
Sounds aboriginal.
It is probably. Or C, 2 Bogong Moths go into the length of the Sydney funnel-web spider.
The most venomous spider in the world.
It has great genes.
Right? It has great genes.
Yeah.
Like Levi's?
No, American Eagle.
No. A Wurundjeri boomerang. A Wurundjeri
Final
boomerang.
answer, 20 moths go into the boomerang?
Yeah.
That is correct. Used by the
That's a big
indigenous
boomerang.
people in Victoria, measures about 60 centimeters or 23 inches long.
I've never thrown a boomerang in the way that it's supposed to be thrown.
I mean, like everything, you could look up YouTube videos of people doing it very well.
Right, but it's one of those things that, like, you get toy boomerangs, and no matter how many times I tried, it just never even started to come back to me.
Just throw it straight.
It just goes, goes straight. You got to put some English on it.
Or Australian. Let's talk about the wingspan.
That's what happened to Australia. They put some English on it.
and the people that made the boomerangs to begin with had to start sharing their boomerangs.
Right.
Let's talk about their wingspan. It's 5 centimeters, 1.9 inches. How many of them go into this, or vice versa? A, 2 Australian 50-cent coins go into the wingspan of a Bogong Moth. B, 2 Bogong Moths wingspans go into the length of a didgeridoo mouthpiece. Or C, 2 Bogong Moths wingspans go into the diameter of a Banksia flower spike.
All these Australian cultural references and not a single Bluey one. I am just so disappointed, but also not surprised.
Watch Bluey. When I have children, they will not watch Bluey just because of how annoying everyone who watches Bluey is.
They should.
Love it too much.
That's like saying my children will never watch Pixar because everyone loves Pixar.
But Pixar, it's just one of those things where, like, everybody likes it and you have no concept of it, so it becomes annoying to you. It's not fair to anyone, but that's how it goes.
The didgeridoo mouthpiece.
Final answer.
Answer.
That is correct. 2 in a row.
Yes.
2 in a row, and it was 2 for everything. 2. Well, one of them was 20, but the rest were 2. B.
And I've been inundated, infusa, you might even say, with so much Australian stuff thanks to Bluey. And now we have Bluey books, which I try to read in an Australian accent, in just the worst Australian accent, but it's still fun. The kids make fun of it. So
it's funny. My mom read a book to us when we were kids, and she gave all the characters different accents. So I remember thinking as a child, my mom is so good at accents. And then
that's the goal. I'm going to get my kids to think I'm the best at accents. And then they're going to like watch a Christian Bale movie or whatever and be like, oh, that's someone who's good at accents.
But like she arbitrarily chose the accents because it's a group of animals. Like not.
You guys, she read you Animal House?
You mean Animal Farm?
Or not Animal House, Animal Farm? She read you Animal Farm?
You got to learn the dangers of fascism and socialism early. What was it in that? Was that fascism or socialism or both?
It was socialism.
Authoritarianism,
I suppose, which they all fall under that banner.
Yeah. Are you ready to hear some fast facts before you get into the major fact?
I am.
Well,
I'm ready.
The Bogong Moth is a nocturnal.
Show some respect.
No. It's a fuzzy little bug. I don't need to respect it. Just kidding. It's velvety. It's decadent. It's a nocturnal moth that's native to Australia. Who knew? Known for its remarkable...
A nocturnal moth? You don't say.
Yeah. It lives in all the time, day and night, but it's more active at night. Moths breed in lowland grasslands, laying eggs in soil. Larvae feed on crops. What might be the flooded land thing.
It's flooded with moths.
Yeah. They feed on crops and native plants before pupating. Estivation sites in the Alps, they cluster in dense. Are there Australian Alps? There are Jamaican Alps.
I don't... I think they just have those like mesas.
No, remember we looked it up once. There's skiing in Australia. Yeah, there's Australian Alps. I mean, they're not...
They've got everything
They're
there.
not like the Alps, obviously. But there's mountains and hills with snow.
What makes them Alps? Are the Rockies our Alps?
I think it's just an alpine region.
Yeah, so then the Rockies would be our Alps.
Yeah, I think it's just the name of the... Like, the Jamaica calls their mountains the Jamaican Alps.
But we defied naming conventions because we defy everything European.
Yeah.
We're like, you guys are going to call them the Alps. All of these colonies are going to call them Alps, but we've got the Rockies.
Appalachia is like Native American for alpine. Just kidding. I have no idea.
That
sounds right.
That'd be very convenient given the just vast chasm that exists between English and all Native American languages.
Yeah, it'd be very close.
Like, what are the chances that they'd be close? It's like reading a psalm and it rhymes. Like, what? How is that possible? I mean, it's not impossible. It's just very coincidental. Okay. Tell me about the Australian Alps.
Yeah, they cluster in dense groups in cool, dark caves or rock formations, entering a dormant state to survive the summer heat. Their ability to migrate long distances and tolerate varied climates shows high levels of adaptability for a bug, though they remain vulnerable to, environmental changes, being crushed by a boot, stuff like that. They are a critical food source for native wildlife, including the pygmy possum, along with birds and bats. If you look up, they do swarm, and in cities, If you put on a forbidden lamp, they may swarm. There's pictures of
If you put on the sun.
yeah. There's pictures of them like covering buildings. There's like buildings with like crevices where the windows are, like certain types of architecture.
Yeah.
And they treat it like they would like in the Alps to find a nice, cool, like shaded like crevice in a building and just swarm it.
Yeah, it's funny. Like there are a lot of people that have an irrational fear of moths. Really? And that's just all the more reason for those people not to live in Australia.
It's just a goth butterfly.
I mean, I get it. It's big. It's fluttery. But I don't know. It's no scarier to me than a butterfly, which is not.
It's like a fuzzy
not
butterfly. That's kind of nice.
Yeah. But people will tolerate butterflies for some reason.
Some kids freak out though when you bring them to Butterfly World and something lands on them. I'm gonna crush this beautiful creature with flailing arms.
It's threatening me.
And tears. It has no teeth, but I must destroy it. That's all I got. Do you have any biggest facts for this creature?
I do. This major fact is called "The Stars Remind Us That the Past is Real." The Bogong Moth is the first known invertebrate to use the starry sky as a compass for long-distance migration. So previously, we only knew birds, seals, and obviously humans to be able to do this. We've talked about being able to, some animals that can navigate long distances using various things like magnetic fields and whatnot, like the scarab beetle, the dung beetle. But the Bogong Moth actually looks at the stars and charts its course. Each spring, millions of these moths will go on a 620-mile or 1,000 kilometer journey from southeast Australia's plains to the mountains of Australia, the Australian Alps. And so they can find those caves to nestle in for estivation. They fly at night. They use constellations, possibly the Milky Way, like an arm of the Milky Way that you can see on clear nights. That allows them to maintain a consistent migratory direction. So southwest in the spring, northeast in the autumn. Researchers confirmed that they were doing this using flight simulators under moonless skies, where they would show the moths a star, like a skybox of that replicated what they should expect to see. And then they rotated it 180 degrees, and they moved to where they should go. They moved either southwest in the spring or northeast in the autumn, based off of the stars. So which was in the wrong direction when they turned it 180 degrees. So they followed their star chart.
You tricked a bug. Congratulations.
I'm smarter. But when they scrambled the stars so that they didn't represent any of their constellations, the moths just flew in random directions. So they were using it pretty heavily. Although, if for some reason they're not able to see the stars, like it's cloudy, the going theory is that they use magnetic fields like some other insects do, like like scarabs and whatnot. And this is not a learned behavior. This is hardwired. newly emerged moths with no prior experience or parental guidance instinctively know this migratory route based on the stars. So it's like it's etched into their whatever constitutes a brain for these moths. In fact, their brains are smaller than a grain of rice, but they can process these complex cues, and I that's neural efficiency if I've ever seen it. You take a grain of rice, and the one thing it can do is accurately map star charts.
So it might crave
the forbidden lamp. Like Polaris.
Or at least it's aware of the forbidden lamp.
Yep. So they can pinpoint these specific caves up to 1,800 meters in the Alps, where they estivate in these dense clusters, like you mentioned. They'll also use the sides of buildings. They can get into a density of up to 17,000 moths per square meter. That is I mean, I'm not afraid of moths, but that is an uncomfortable number of moths to be in a square meter, 17,000 of them. Like, they could eat you probably if they had the mouths to do it. Probably weighs a bit as well. Like, not as much as you, but you'd feel 17,000 moths on you. And yeah, so and it's funny, and funnily enough, there are Aboriginal tribes that don't have words for left and right, like relative directions. They instead just go by cardinal directions, or their words for cardinal directions. And they use the celestial bodies to just in their everyday speech. So they'd be like, oh, where's that thing? Oh, it's to the south of you, instead of it's on your left. Or I'm standing this way, this is my north hand, and this is my south hand. Or this is my east hand, and this is my west hand, instead of my left and my right hand. So that was something we learned in our linguistics class in college just a century ago. But it's interesting how in the wide open, untamed wilderness of Australia, where there's not very much light pollution and the stars are clear, both the humans and the bugs use the stars to navigate. So
yeah, that's so much fun for us. All looking up at the when I look up at the sky, am I looking at the same stars that some bug in Australia is looking at?
When I look at the stars, I see something else.
When Tanya Moskowitz sings
isn't
about
that a
the moon.
Switchfoot song? When I look at the stars.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about Tanya Moskowitz.
Oh, okay. All right, that's all I got. That's the Bogong Moth.
Bog on it.
Bog on it, Bobby. Bogong, Bobby. All right. You got anything else?
That's all I got.
All right, that was the Bogong Moth. For you out there in Podcastia, crawl out of your cocoon, fix your eyes on the skies, and become a Moana-like wayfinder like the Bogong Moth here in Life, Death, and Taxonomy.
Hey Taxonomy Titans, I just want to remind you that we have a Patreon that you can find by going to ldtaxonomy.com/donate. All of our episodes are uploaded there. Sign up for free to engage with us, leave episode suggestions, or chat with other animal enthusiasts. If you find it in your heart to donate, it will help us cover some costs and continue to make the show. Plus, will thank you every week. Most importantly, thank you all for listening.
Life, Death, and Taxonomy is my favorite in the world podcast.
I've been watching a lot of Moana recently, too. It's all about putting your hand up to the sky and the stars, and that's the way we're going.
Navigation.
No breathing.